was, last time I was talking, I seen some people text messaging and kind of nodding off. So I brought a couple baseballs. And if I see you nodding off and texting while I'm talking, you better watch out. There's going to be a baseball coming.
You're not on the speaker.
What?
You're not on the intercom.
Go to baseball.
Hello.
You're just loud.
TJ.
Thanks, Jeff.
Ah, there you go.
So, tonight, I am raffling off a New York Yankees shirt and a New York Mets shirt.
Yeah.
Because I know that there's both here. So, if everybody wants to pass their cards to the middle, we're going to go around after I'm done speaking and collect the business cards for an opportunity to win one of these two. Hopefully you get the team you like. I know people are sick of me raffling off books. And, that's actually going to be part of my presentation too. So, my name is BENCHO. I'm with AURORA Real Estate Investment Services. We're a family-owned and operated business out of Pittsburgh, PA. And I'm so grateful that Ed, Melissa, and everybody else had me up to present on this particular topic tonight, because this is what I love to do. This is the favorite part. This is my favorite part of what I do, is pitching deals, pitching my business, pitching myself to individuals at real estate investment meetings and all over the internet in different ways. As I like to do, I would really like to thank everybody, Ed, Melissa, Gretchen, Chris, Ben, Dano, everybody that worked so hard to put this meeting together on a monthly basis. It's really not easy. Let's give them a round of applause. And as you can see, Celeste, I'm sorry, just started running through the name. And as you can see, I'm wearing the 2011 World Series champion. We're 500 right now, this far into the year, so as far as we're concerned, we already won the World Series. So this is just my team. My father and his wife, we're business partners. My grandmother works in the office. I have to put my aunt on there. She's my bookkeeper. We're a family business. Okay? So this is going to be about pitching a deal. This is very important to know how to present your deals to people. I'm going to talk more on where your heart is, not so much the step-by-step process of pitching a deal, because that's what I really believe in. Now, there's a lot of people out here in the crowd today, and there's a lot of people out there in the real estate world pitching deals. Okay? It's up to you to make yourself stand out in the crowd, to make yourself be different. Okay, I go to a lot of meetings. I go to at least one of these a week. And I see a lot of people, they just sit there and maybe they have a black and white flyer with just some numbers on it. There's a lot of people trying to wholesale deals, trying to pitch deals. And you could be somewhat successful doing that, but in the long run, this is not going to be your career. It's going to be very difficult to be successful that way. I break it down into two different points. You have your initial contact, your point of contact interaction, and then you have your long-term interaction. I'm going to start off by talking about the initial contact, and then I'll talk about the long-term contact. Okay, so your initial contact is going to be when you come to a meeting like this, or when you go to any type of meeting, or even when you meet someone in the airport. Okay? The number one rule that I stand by, the number one rule that we live by, is build relationships, do not sell properties. You can try to go sell properties, and you can sell some properties, but you are not setting yourself up for long-term success. You want to build relationships. You want to build friendship. So when I meet somebody, the first thing I don't do is I don't say, hey, here's a property I have to sell. I ask them, how are you doing? Why are you here? Where do you want to go in your real estate investing career? Actually, when I come to a meeting, like I am here tonight, I do not expect to sell one property. And I normally don't at the meeting. I expect to build or strengthen one relationship. If I built or if I strengthened one relationship, this meeting was a success. Now, in order to stand out from the crowd, you have to get out of the crowd. This isn't a real fancy slideshow. A lot of these things seem basic, but a lot of people don't do them. Getting out of the crowd includes walking up to people and don't wait for them. How many of you guys know me? Do I wait for people to walk over to my table? No. No. I walk up to people. I speak to people. That's getting out of the crowd. Most people sit behind their table or sit in their chair where you are and hope that that magic person is going to walk up to them and say, hey, I have $500,000 to invest. You want to work with me? It's not going to happen, guys. You got to get out of your seat. You got to walk around. It's a failure if you don't shake at least 10 to 20 people's hands in here tonight. It really is. It's not that difficult to do. Some other, just a crazy concept that I came up with one day, smile and look people in the eyes. You'd be amazed how far that goes. I had an investor 2 months ago who's been investing with me for about a year, and they said, do you know why I invested with you? I said, why? They said, you look me in the eyes. That's so uncommon today. I talk to so many people, and I'm talking to them, and they're looking all over the place. I don't know why. When you look people in the eyes, it shows them you respect them, and it shows them that you're an honest, downright person. Smile and look people in the eye. Also, get out and give out business cards. Get as many business cards as you can. That's why I'm out here raffling off these jerseys. I mean, I want to give you guys nice shirts and stuff, but at the same time, I want business cards. And that's very important for your follow-up. The more business cards you have, the more names, phone numbers, and email addresses, the more you can work on the long-term relationship that you're looking to build, the long-term contact with these people. Have a professional flyer. Like I said, I go to a lot of meetings and I see a lot of different flyers. Some are black and white. Some don't even have pictures. I used to do that myself, and I found that it's people look at you as a much more established person in business and want to do business with you. You have a professional flyer. Like I said, this is a lot of basics, but it doesn't happen a lot. What I consider, a professional flyer is a colored flyer that's very detailed, accurate. It has your contact information, and hopefully you have some sort of logo. You want to start to have something that makes people relate back to you when they see it. Offer more than just numbers, offer relationships. For my particular business, this is very pertinent. It's pertinent in any business. If you're selling, if you are presenting a property and you have the number, okay, the purchase price is X amount of dollars, the renovation is X amount of dollars. Okay, that's good. You're giving them some information. Now, when you come to that person and you say the purchase price is X, the renovation is X, and I have 2 contractors who I've already built long-term relationships with that can do your work for X. Now you've broken down barriers, okay? Because one of the barriers to entry for your potential investor to buy off of you is them going out and finding that contractor to do it for the amount of money that you said it could be done for, and to build those relationships. That takes time and energy. If you have the relationships built, you're taking down barriers to entry, and you're making it much easier for someone to work with you. You want to build relationships with contractors, with property managers, with realtors, with everybody and anybody, inspectors, everybody and anybody that you can think of in the real estate business. Intangibles that, like I said, are not common today to help you stand out from the crowd and help you be successful in this business, such as be 100% upfront and honest. It shows. People see. If you're trying to hide something, you can see on my flyer. Everybody has one of my flyers on their table. I show you my finder's fee. I'm not here selling myself. I'm just showing you what I mean by being 100% upfront and honest. I want you to see how much money I'm making. Okay, that's being 100% upfront and honest. You could read me if I was trying to hide things, and somebody can read you if you're trying to hide things. Don't pitch a deal that you want to do yourself. Once again, that's one of those things that people will be able to know. The confidence won't come from you. If it's not a deal that you want to do yourself, it's not a deal that you should try to get somebody else to do, because it's not a good deal. Know the market inside and out that you are pitching. Whatever it is, the neighborhood you're pitching in, the city you're pitching in, the area you're pitching in. This goes for businesses too. Know your business inside and out. Know that market industry inside and out. People come up with a lot of good questions. And if you don't know the answer, the best answer is, I don't know, and I'll look it up and get back to you. If you try to stumble over your words and come up with an answer, that shows, it gives the feeling of dishonesty, and it makes people not want to work with you. Have a website that makes sense. And part of that is having a name that makes sense. I have deals in Pittsburgh. So my website is www.investinpittsburgh.net. I can tell you from experience that having a good website or a decent website makes a huge difference. I did this for a lot of years without a website. We're a family-owned business. We're a mom-and-pop shop. I always said, I don't need a website. You know, my word is enough. In today's industry, people want to see that you have a website. They look at it as if you don't have a website, you're probably not a real business, at least in their eyes. And so having a website that makes sense and that matches what you are offering is huge. Since I've had a website, I think it's only been 7 or 8 months, I've seen my business close to double, just from having a website. I haven't done really anything different. I just added a website, and my business has increased that much. Now, these are some keys for long-term interaction. Follow-up after the initial contact. Once you get the business cards, the names, the phone numbers, what do you do next? Once again, we need to get out of the crowd. In order to stand out of the crowd, we have to get out of the crowd. Return phone calls and emails within 24 hours. That might seem that might seem like a that might seem like something common. But you know, I know even in myself in the business world, I've made phone calls or sent emails, not going to call back for 2 to 3 days. You know, if someone's not going to return your phone calls, return your email, you know, for me at least, I have a hard time doing business with someone like that. I'm big on communication. Be willing to spend time and energy to build relationships to educate potential tenants. We invite all of our potential clients, we invite everybody at every meeting we go to come spend an 8 to 10 hour day with us in Pittsburgh. We spend we put them up in our city house, we spend the entire day with them, educating them, getting to know them. I work with a lot of clients for 2, 3, 4, 5 months before they ever buy off of me. Just phone calls, emails, they're educating themselves. If I was not willing to spend that time to pick up that phone call and respond to those emails, if I said, oh, they didn't buy off of me by now, then what's the point? I wouldn't have half the clients I have today. So that's a very, very important point.